Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Monique and welcome to Hidden.Survivor's YouTube channel. I wanted to get on and do a brief video about what this past year and a half of a pandemic has been like for a person with a compromised immune system. And for those of you who know me, for those of you who have seen previous videos on the channel before, and for those of you who have seen Hidden.Survivor social media, or even my own personal social media, that, I don't make it a secret that I have had cancer. I'm a cancer survivor, 6 years cancer free, thank God. And I don't have a spleen, I don't have a thyroid, and I also don't have a spleen. So for those reasons, I have a compromised immune system, and it's very easy for me to get sick. And when I get sick, I'm at high risk of complications. So this whole Rona thing has been a huge challenge for me, and it's been very scary, and it's something that I have to take serious. Regardless of how some people may feel about it. Some people feel like it's not real, it's not that serious, it's a conspiracy, whatever. Regardless of what it may or may not be, I have to take it serious because I just don't have the luxury to fall for the okie doke. I don't have the luxury of saying, oh, it's not that big of a deal. Who cares? I don't know anyone who's been sick, or, I don't have that luxury. So, in this video, I just wanted to share with you guys that it's been hard because at the time that this happened, Johnny and I had just gotten married. Like literally the week we got back is when all those travel bans went into effect. And if we had come back a week later, we would have been stuck in Jamaica. And I thank God that we were able, that his timing is perfect. His timing is always on time. And he brought us home before, anything happened, because it would have created so many issues on so many different levels for us if we got stuck out there. So I thank you, Jesus, for that. And I was moving from Boston out here, and if you watched previous Hidden.Survivor videos, then you know that shortly before the wedding, I quit my job out there, and the plan was to find a job out here. And in the meantime, I was going to do Uber or something like that until I found a job out here. And with everything being shut down, everything, cases rising, with it being so highly contagious and just moving so rapidly the way it has, it just, for me, that just wasn't a good idea. It wasn't smart. So Johnny and I both decided, thank God I don't have to work. We're doing okay, that I don't have to work right now. So to be on the safe side, I'm not working. But it's hard because I've worked all my life. And although I have come to the conclusion that I don't want to work for anyone else anymore, I don't ever want to make money for somebody else working, a 9-to-5. That's never been for me. But I don't want to work for someone else's business or someone else's company anymore. I really am in a place where I want to work for us. I want to work for myself, be my own boss. And if I'm going to put time, money, energy, effort into making money for someone or for fulfilling someone's dream, I want to invest that into myself and into Johnny and in our family. So that's where my focus has been, starting up some businesses for us. But that takes time. That's a process. It's not like, oh, I'm going to start a business and the next day we making money. some businesses are like that. Ours are not. So it's hard because you have some people who they see me. We don't have any kids right now. So they just see me, a stay-at-home wife, no kids, not working, and they just kind of have all these assumptions that I'm lazy, or I'm leeching, or whatever their judgments are. And being honest and transparent, chairs creaking, being honest and transparent, it got to me. And it does still get to me sometimes. And it's hard when it comes from people. It doesn't bother me as much if it comes from like a nobody, like somebody who I don't know you. And if I know you, if I don't know you that well, we don't have a real relationship or a close relationship, you don't matter. Your opinion doesn't matter. That sounds horrible, but but when it comes from people who are close to us, who are close to me, people who I value in our lives, it hits different, because it feels like, damn, you're someone who, me, I've worked all my life, I'm a hard worker, so why would you even come at me like, I swear I keep seeing like, so I have my door open because Angel she likes to sit at the back door, and I have one of those like mesh screen net thingies. So the door, even though the door is open, there's that screen that, keeps the bugs, is supposed to keep the bugs out. It's not a screen door. It's just that, that magnetic screen mesh thing. So like, unfortunately, creatures still get in, and we have a lot of bees and wasps around here, and I feel like I keep seeing one out the corner of my eye. So if y'all see me and I keep looking like that, that's what I'm looking at. It looks like I keep seeing something flying by. And as someone who has allergies to these things, so anyway, oh, look at that dragonfly. That is a big one. Anyway, sorry. I have the attention span of a flea. I'm sorry, y'all. So, it's, when it comes from someone who is that close to me, it hurts, because it's like, you guys know I've worked all my life. You guys know I'm not a lazy person. So then it just makes me feel like, well, have you always felt that way? Have you always viewed me as lazy? And, the stuff that you're saying now, is that how you always felt about me? And, some people, their comments will make me feel like I'm not contributing to our relationship, or I'm not contributing to our marriage because I'm not working. And it's like, first of all, when that happens, I really have to check myself, because I start feeling like I'm not good enough. I'm bringing down Johnny. I'm a burden in this marriage, and all kinds of just negative thoughts. So I really have to check myself when that happens, because, first of all, these people don't know our finances. You know what I mean? You don't know what our bank accounts are looking like. You don't know what kind of investments or whatever we got going on. You don't know what kind of money Johnny's bringing in. And you don't even know if I'm bringing in any money. I might not be working, but you don't know if I have other sources of income or other sources of revenue that I bring to this relationship, and you don't know what kind of money Johnny had when we came into this marriage. You don't know what kind of money I had when I got into this marriage, so you don't know what our bills are, so you don't know what our income and our expenses are. We could be making more money than you are. Our bank accounts could be fatter than yours, but you're looking at me like, oh, you don't work, so that's a problem. Like, you need to have a job. He can't be the only one working. Why not? The other thing is, if he and I have an understanding or an agreement, or, we have our game plan, then who are you to tell me or him or anyone, that it's a problem that I'm not working? Third of all, or still on the second part, like, if Johnny is okay, they don't know. They don't know if maybe Johnny doesn't want me to work, or if maybe I don't want to work. They don't know what conversations he and I have had between us and what agreements and arrangements and plans we have in place for our lives and our family and our finances. So for someone to be like, oh, you need to get a job, oh, he can't be the only one working, or you're not contributing, you're leeching, or whatever the case may be, you don't know what you're talking about. Third of all, you don't know what reasons there are for me not working. You don't know if maybe I have some kind of health issue and I can't work, which right now, because of what's going on in the world, is the case. And you don't know if maybe because I'm not working, maybe I'm going to school, which again is the case. You don't know if maybe there are other factors playing into me not working. Maybe I can't get a job out here for legal reasons, or I don't know, any reason. What's any reason? You don't know. You don't know what the situation is. You don't know what the circumstances are. So who are you to say, who are you to judge? Oh, you don't work. Both people have to contribute to the marriage. Okay. Fourth of all, you don't know in what ways I contribute to my marriage. You don't know in what ways Johnny, other than him working, you don't know what other ways he contributes to our marriage. It's between us. This is our partnership. So obviously we have something that works for us, and we have something that we have discussed and talked about and planned and are executing. And it does not include you or the next person. It has nothing to do with anybody else. This marriage is me and him, and this is about me and him, and this is our plan. So I really have to remind myself, when people make these comments and I start feeling this way, I have to remind myself, I do contribute to this marriage, and I contribute a lot to this marriage, and I came into this marriage with a lot. I brought in a lot coming in to this, as did Johnny. So I have to remind myself, people don't know what they're talking about. They just see something, on its surface. They see the surface value of something, and they assume that they know that they have the whole picture. They see the tip of an iceberg, and they assume they know how large the entire thing is. They assume they know how far down it goes, how wide it is, how long it has been there, how long it will last before it melts. You don't know a damn thing. You see the tip of the iceberg. The Titanic saw the tip of the iceberg and thought, oh, it'll be okay. Y'all didn't see the rest of the stuff at the bottom that ripped a whole hole in your whole side and sunk this unsinkable ship. So I really have to put things in perspective when people say these things and make me feel this type of way. And at the end of the day, it's my decision. And it's a decision that my husband supports. And it's a decision that we made together. Also, at the end of the day, it's my health and my life. And unless these other people are going to put themselves at risk, or somehow otherwise guarantee me that I'm going to be safe and I'm not going to be sick if I do Uber, or I'm not going to contract anything, or I won't have any complications or whatever, unless they're going to take steps and measures to make sure I'm not exposed, or that the people who come around me are not sick or will put me at risk, then it's like, shut up. Shut up. Shut up. You know, this pandemic has been hard for everyone in some form or fashion. In some way, everyone has been affected by this, whether they know someone who's been sick, whether they've been sick, whether they've lost someone to it, whether they've lost their job to it, whether they've had to get unemployment or pandemic unemployment, whether they've had to blow through their savings, whether they've had to, you know, whether they're behind on a bunch of bills, whether they're facing eviction, whether they're having trouble putting food on the table, whether they've had to get an entirely new job, whether they've had to move out of their place and move in with someone else, or downgrade, downsize. Everybody's been affected, whether they've been in school and things are virtual now, or school was closed, or if they're working in a job and now things are virtual and at home or remote and they're struggling with that transition. What kind of creature was that? Everybody has been touched by this pandemic in some way. And for those of us with a compromised immune system, some of us might look super healthy and normal, but people don't know what our situation is, and they might jump to all kinds of conclusions and judgments, and it's hard and it's unfair. And they don't, you know, they're pretty reckless because they don't even think about how their actions and their words are affecting the person they're saying them to. And, you know, it's not like I don't want to work, because I do. Again, I don't want to work for anybody else, but I want to work for us. And it would be nice if I can use the option, because again, like I said, when I came out here, the plan was to do Uber until I found a job. And it would be nice if I could still do that now, even though the plan is not to work for someone else. Oh, BRB.